My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
It has nothing to do with the fashion thing. So this is, about the halftime. I didn't watch it. I was asleep. All right, seeing all the Western Hemisphere flags was a special moment. Mom and sis texted me when they saw the Belize flag. They were so excited. I didn't watch it, but the only thing more powerful than hate is love. Okay, I didn't really watch anything. After I finished do what I need to do, took a shower and went to bed. Sam seeing the Panamanian flag and hearing Benito shout out Panama just warmed my heart. Okay, BB's grand final was Bad Bunny was awesome. That was nice. Benito was generous and representation for all the nation in Latin America. Thank you for saying the Western Hemisphere. As Benito said, we are all Americans. The USA does not have the right to label only our country, America. I've wondered, some people get that confused. There's North America, South America, and then the country. I've wondered for years why we feel so entitled to own it. Love seeing all Americans represented. Happy to hear this. Belize is truly such an amazing place. Alright, there's more, but let's move on. Next one. I was supposed to put this first. Halftime. Royal family. Alright. Since I'm talking about the halftime, I have another one regarding halftime. And then we'll do some royal family. That's what I should have done first. Okay, this is the next one. Let's pause. Okay, men said Jamaica, Haiti, Guyana, and that's when I knew he was not a fool. Yeah, because these three countries and the Americas are mostly black. Remember Guyana, how the Venezuela thing sort of started? All right, so all the Latin American countries being mentioned by Bad Bunny and the halftime show Super Bowl, 50 seconds. Okay, I can't even play it. It's gonna be about copyright. So go on YouTube. It's probably being played on what is it? Either ESPN or the NFL. Let's see. I think Bad Bunny is he's American, but what do you call this? Puerto Rican. All right, let's see. Okay, so that's that. I can play it properly. Martinique, Dominican, Saint Lucia, etc. among the flag too. Like yes, Benito. All right. Y'all say every day that Puerto Rican aren't Caribbean, by the way. Look how long it took me to think of Puerto Rico. It's a Commonwealth of the US. Adeniham said none of it. That I need the exact timestamp. LOL. Jamaica and Guyana aren't LA. They're English speaking. He said Haiti. I think he did. Someone did mention, I don't know if I have it on the list. He said Guyana. That's a question. All right. He absolutely bodied that. Had chilled, especially this part. Unity. That was powerful. To all my South American Caribbean people, I was waiting on Haiti, and when I heard it, I definitely rejoiced. Okay, all I heard was Jamaica. Okay, I didn't watch well, I'm sure I could find some videos about it. Next one. Okay, this is the part where he said Haiti. Someone, oh no, that's not it. Or maybe I didn't even put it on the list. Alright, why did I put this? Okay, the other day I was talking about ICE, or I think I cut it out. Lately I've been seeing some random videos. There'll be comment trying to say about Haiti this, Haiti that. One of the things that I said, which I cut out in that video because I was trying to look for that specific video that had the comment in it, I didn't find it, so I cut everything out. But lately I've been seeing in some random videos, sometime YouTube recommend, and I'm sitting chilling and I'll click on it and I'll go in the comment section. I will see them saying things about Haiti or Haitian this, or trying to pin Haitians against African Americans. And knowing how whites are, they go around the world, wherever they go, they spread propaganda about any group that they hate, specifically blacks. Okay? So when I'm starting to see that. Let me know if you see things like that. In random videos, they say something about Haitian this, Haitian that. Keep in mind, okay, I do not know who's saying this, but learning from Harry and Meghan with their propaganda thing, learning from that, I have a feeling they're trying to isolate Haiti or Haitian. Look on the screen, by the way. Was that Saint Kitts and what is it? Saint Kitts and Nevis, where they whatever the Trump administration asked them to take immigrants but exclude Haitians. That's one specific example, all right, where they're trying to isolate Haitian, and then they don't want the Haitian to stay in the country. But I think there's a ruling, a judge ruled that Trump cannot, deport Haitian or something like that. You guys could look more into it. But the key thing here, there's something they're trying to do against Haitian. Dominican Republic is already doing its part to help with that narrative. Go around any dark skin, because majority of Haitians are dark skin, and Dominican Republic also have some Dominican dark skin, but they're going around anyone who's Haitian or dark skin. They stop you, make you uncomfortable. If you're Haitian, they take you and put you in a confinement area and things like that. I have it in one of my videos that had the Haiti's videos thing. So there is a narrative that's going on. Those two groups that they do not like, foundational Black American and Haitians. Keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. See if you see the same thing that I'm seeing, okay? So let's hear. Every time you mention Haiti and Latin America, and the racists come rushing to gatekeep as if it is some kind of a private club for white passing, person of color. I wonder why is that? Okay, so he retweeted that. This is almost 3 minutes. I didn't listen to it, but this should have been in for something else, but I decided to put it here.
As a Latino, man, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Haitians are Latino, bro. I don't care who disagrees. I don't care who wants to argue semantics. And I personally do not care who thinks they get to gatekeep identity and culture like it's a fucking private club. Haitians are Latino. I am not hearing anybody out on this. Haitians are Latino. And people love to jump to language like it's the deciding factor. But they don't speak Spanish. Okay, Brazilians don't speak Spanish either. And nobody questions whether we're Latino. That argument collapses the second you think about it for more than 5 seconds. Latino is not a language or a skin color. It never was. It was geography, history, blood, rhythm, colonization, resistance, and shared trauma stitched together across borders that were drawn by Europeans who did not give a shit about us in the first place. Bro, if anything, Haitians were literally the first Latinos. They were the first ones to tell Europe no. They were the first ones to tell Europe go fuck yourself. They were the first ones to burn the script instead of begging for a better role in it. The first black republic in the Western Hemisphere. The first successful slave revolt. That did not just change Haiti. It scared the entire colonial world. And people wonder why Haiti has been punished, isolated, destroyed, destabilized, and disrespected ever since. This idea, this bullshit narrative that somehow Haitians are somehow outside Latin America is not accidental, it's convenient. Because once you erase Haiti from the Latino identity, you also erase the fact that black liberation is foundational to Latin American history. You make Latino identity safer, lighter, easier to digest. You get to pretend our roots are not soaked in blood, rebellion, and black resistance. And I'm not doing that. So yeah, if you're Haitian watching this, I shouldn't even have to explain this to you. You're one of us. You're already one of us. Literally, you already belong. You always did. And I wholeheartedly fuck with you and love you and accept you. Even if we don't look the same. In a way, we all share the same historical wound, kind of. And I say all that to say this, man. A lot of Latino spaces still struggle with anti-blackness. And I'm not saying this in disrespect. This is just a fact. That didn't come from nowhere. It came from colonization, caste systems, colorism, and generations of being taught that proximity to whiteness meant safety. So when Haitians show up speaking Creole, visibly black, unapologetically themselves, it forces people to confront parts of Latino identity they were taught to suppress or deny. So instead of dealing with that discomfort, people start drawing fake lines. They're Caribbean, but they're not Latino. They're black, but they're not us. It all goes back to conditioning. And like I said, man, there's a major difference between Hispanic and Latino. It's not the same. Latino does not mean Spanish speaking. Latino does not mean light skinned. Latino does not mean palatable. Latino means we survived something together even when we survived it differently. You don't have to erase your own culture to make room for Haiti. There's room. There's always been room. The only thing blocking it is ego, ignorance, and the colonizer mindset that taught all of us that separation was protection. So yeah, man, I'm not hearing anybody out on this. This doesn't make me closed-minded. Some truths don't need a panel discussion. Haitians are Latinos. Period. And the more we stop arguing over labels and start honoring shared history, the harder it becomes for the same systems that exploited all of us to keep us divided. And that's remembering who we are.
He's spot on. And as he was saying it, there's two groups that I see. In the long run, they're gonna have some major issue. Indians, they're not. This is completely off with the Latinos thing here. Is Indians who think they are not whatever it is, but the MAGAs is putting them in place. And Dominican Republic, they're gonna have some major problem in the long run when they are rejected. They're not part of that white supremacy type of thing. So this guy is spot on. Oh, there's no comment, but there's a lot of retweet. Let me see some of.
As a Latino man, I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Let me pause. Let me see if I could see quote retweet. I cannot see them. Okay, I cannot see them. Only if I want to repost it. So he's spot on. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, so I think I'm done. We are back into this now. Royal family. All right. A story is about to break, which has a national security aspect to it. He said it doesn't have to do with the current financial and sexual allegation. The royal family is about to be hit with yet another scandal. Thank God Harry and Meghan are far away from this shit show. All right. Are there any comments? Yes, there are. So let's listen to this. Beatrice and Eugenie, not innocent victims. Some of my comments trying to speak somewhat in a positive way of Beatrice. I'm about to eat my words when those scandals come about. Another thing that I've said in the past, the way the royal family have acted when it's time to run, where are you gonna go with the way they behave? And the worst thing is, those royal rats, they know. They all knew. This is why they wanted Trump to be in office. But some politician in the U.S., as so many things is popping up. People outside of the United States, okay, may not see it. Because, first of all, they try to control the media. So important information will not be out. Second of all, there are people within the United States who's doing the hard work, but to see the progress, you have to be here, and it takes longer, and they try to do it legally. This is the part here. They're taking down MAGAs legally, so there won't be any doubt. So there's a lot of footwork that is being done, a lot of work to stop the Trump administration to continue with their stupidity. It's happening. And for the Epstein thing to come out, there was a lot of pressure. And I have said before, this may sound a repetition. Two things American don't play with. You abuse dogs and children. Okay? This is the big mistake that they did with the Epstein thing. Okay? Having children involved, and we're seeing, oh my God, the images that I was seeing. I think it was Saturday. I took a break. There was so much for me to, like, I had the time to record and edit and put things out. So much information were popping up on my timeline. I was like, I have enough. I had to like, just chill away from the computer. Let's listen.
I think is very worrying. The monarchy seems to be at a crossroads. It can make itself fit for purpose for the 21st century by adapting to a modern society and being more open. Or it can continue down the secretive world where I'm afraid corruption can be protected because there's no scrutiny. So it is very, very serious. I mean, the situation is also not one of financial and sexual misdemeanors, but a story is about to break about which has a national security aspect to it, which is again something I knew about but wasn't able to write about for legal reasons before.
Wow.
I think it's very worrying.
Okay, it's playing again. The other thing as well, the plan that the Trump administration is executing in the United States, you know, dividing people and things like that, the UK, they knew about it. There's one presenter in the UK. Sometime I share his videos here. I don't want to name his name because I do not have that video to put it. One of the things I remember him said, oh, don't worry, when Trump get in office, somebody in the US is going to be deported. Okay? They knew the plan. Why would he say that? That's because he knew the deportation of immigrants and things like that was going to happen. But the thing is that when you are the driver and the type of people that Trump wants to keep in the United States, the one that the UK wanted to get rid of for the US to deport is the type of person that Trump wants to be in the country. And the other thing as well with the white power thing, I remember many of the squad were pointing out, I know Kate was one of them, and the Hoss was one of them, where I read one of the comments where the squad said, oh, they doing the white power sign. I didn't even know what was that. And then when I look and, you know, the repetition of things, I was like, oh, okay. So this was crafted. Whatever the US is going through right now was crafted, was written, and Trump is by the UK, and Trump is implementing it. And they brought it up to the United States. Why? Because when things tends to come in the United States, they put it on a world stage, like on a platform where the world will be watching. So when I saw that, this is all my interpretation and my analysis, okay? So when the world start watching how the US is behaving and force people to, it's like a M&Ms, you putting the colors together and things like that. This is what Trump was trying to do, placing people different places and things like that. African Americans saw it, majority of blacks saw it, but the people who their mind were corrupted or felt like they probably did not, that shade, the tone, the shade of their skin was not what Trump was trying to deport or mistreat it. They didn't see that was coming. But because all these things were on the world stage, everybody was watching, they were hoping if the United States is successful with it, then the rest of the world will be copying. Europe will be copying it. The UK will be copying it. But there's a lot of resistance that's going on in the US. And then those people who felt like they had the passport to be omitted from that treatment, they got a wake-up call. When ICE killed that lady, what's her name? Something Good. And that other nurse, the guy that they killed, and it shook them. They were like, wait a second, I thought my skin was exempt from that. And the Trump administration is telling you, no, you're not. You don't have the money, or you're not in that social group, this kind of thing. So now the world, we're not fully accomplished or abolished what Trump is trying to do. We are working toward it. Trump is preventing the midterm, scare people and things like that. If we are successful come the midterm, Trump is gone. And there will be a lot of people who's going to be going to prison. And that will show the rest of the world this is how you combat this type of... there's that. Oh, I didn't even know they had a book coming out. I'll feel sorry for them, but Eugenie told the Queen that she didn't know the Duchess of Sussex before Harry. Eugenie and Beatrice was seen dining with the enemy. I've said so many things. I don't know, every time I come to them I always feel that way, because they are women in that institution, and then you have their parents and their mom and dad are into all of that. Let me leave that alone, okay? I don't want to give them any pass, but whatever. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the mayor of New York regarding ICE. Alright, I have it open. Alright. Mayor Zohran Mamdani says ICE agents are not welcome in New York City. Quote, "We are not here to assist ICE agents in their work." Alright, let's listen to it. Alright. And I'm wondering why other cities and governors don't say that about their state. And I think that Texas is sending ICE to other to help Chicago or something like that. I'll look for that if I find it.
To make it clear to our own city government agencies and departments across the board, including NYPD, that we are not here to assist ICE agents in their work. We are here to follow the laws of New York City. I first just want to make clear that the news coming out of Minneapolis is horrific. This is one part of what has been a year full of cruelty. And we know that when ICE agents attack immigrants, they attack every single one of us across this country. And this is a city and will always be a city that stands up for immigrants across the 5 boroughs. And I have made it clear to everyone within my city government, and that extends to NYPD, that we are going to uphold our sanctuary city policies. We are going to adhere to them. That is why one of the 11 executive orders that we signed was to repeal the previous administration's order to allow for collaboration with ICE on Rikers Island. What we are going to be doing is following the laws that we have set, laws which have kept New Yorkers safe. And we are going to make it clear to each and every person in the city what their rights are. That's why we took the time to make a Know Your Rights video, because it goes back to the earlier question. If you don't know of your rights, then how can you be expected to actually use those rights? So we are going to take every opportunity we have to inform New Yorkers of what they already can do, and also to make it clear to our own city government agencies and departments across the board, including NYPD, that we are not here to assist ICE agents in their work. We are here to follow the laws of New York City.
Alright, so there's that. Mamdani ICE blockade isn't compassion, it's complicit. While he grandstand about protecting immigrants, ICE just bagged 54 Trinitarios gang members in New York City linked to human smuggling. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Alright, Zohran is a mayor that everyone in America wants. ICE agent means. Alright, let me leave that alone. Okay, so I have another tweet regarding the royal family. I only showed this video because I mentioned it in my discussion, which I sometimes do. Okay. Royal News today. Andrew had RPOs at Epstein's New York City mansion. Charles' aide arranged it. Andrew is a traitor. Alright, this is probably what allowed Virginia Giuffre to sue. I don't know. I didn't read the thing yet. Because the reason Virginia Giuffre was able to sue him in New York, it's because they did things in the Epstein mansion in New York City. Alright, let's see here. Andrew Windsor shared confidential information with Jeffrey Epstein from his official role as a trade envoy. He forwarded an official report from his trip to Singapore, Vietnam, China, and Hong Kong to Epstein just 5 minutes after receiving it. What did I say? Some of my old videos, especially I could have been around when I first heard about Charles receiving the bag full of cash and all that. And I said, what would be the reason to get that bag full of cash? Many of the royal family, I think, when they travel, because they don't need to be, what do you call this? I guess scan, or they, you know, when you're traveling, they look into your bag and see if you're carrying things, even if, you know, this kind of thing. They sort of exempt from this. So I sometimes think they were the bridge getting information from different countries, and then they get paid for it. They pretty much, in my humble opinion, they were selling the information that their countrymen, you know, I don't know, how do you call these people? Spies, you know, every countries have spies to protect their own country. So they need to know what other countries are trying to do to them so they don't come and attack them and things like that. Meanwhile, in my humble opinion, I think they were selling those information because they could go to any office, open any documents, and nobody can question them because they are on top. Meanwhile, they were selling it. That's what I think. This is why I don't really talk too much about the Epstein file, because I felt like it was given. Everything was being played in front of us. And with the bag full of cash, and also with Andrew with Virginia Godfrey, where they didn't even, when the police were supposed to do investigation, next thing you know, poof, investigation disappear. So something is going on. The police also need to be investigated as well. All right, so let's see here. What did that say here? Alright, so they black some information here. Sir, please find attached the visit reports for Vietnam, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Shenzhen in relation to your recent visit to Southeast Asia. Oh my God. Okay, he has to be investigated for this. They're investigating Peter Mandelson for the same thing. He needs arresting. Well, he's living in a mansion, so that's his prison. Waiting for, I'm laughing because it's really not, it's like a joke. Waiting for the political pundit and the media to keep the same energy they've had for Keir Starmer over appointing Lord Mandelson when it comes to King Charles. Now that it's been reported Prince Andrew shared confidential information with Epstein. It's the same thing in my eyes. Alright, arrest there's the word here. He should have been arrested for the other allegation, but I agree. K plus Mandelson was the one who got him that job in the first place. Oh my God. Was that former prime minister who was seeing KGB privately? They all are backstabbers. Oh my God. Prince Andrew was made the UK Special Representative for International Trade Investment, a type of trade envoy role by the UK government in 2001. After he retired from the Royal Navy, that appointment came to official government channel. Effectively, he was given the role by the government of the day, not by a private individual, with backing from senior political figures including then Labour MP Peter Mandelson, who was instrumental in bringing him into the role. To be honest, Andrew is the head of the Abolish the Monarchy movement. He is the most effective member of it. I hope they investigate it soon and that government doesn't overlook it. It's up to the people to keep mentioning it. Why I don't see corrupt trader now popping up? Serious stuff. I bet they will have gone mental if he wasn't a royal and tied to Stormer. Even worse, if Prince Harry faced this shit, Jesus Christ. Samantha Markle and Thomas Markle will be on TV daily. He's not even trending for this. I mean, this is why they take control of form of communication. This is why. Did I read all of this? Okay. And Richard Fitzwilliam is saying Harry and Meghan's PR is chaotic instead of talking about this. My God, these psycho friends are going to be the downfall of the monarchy. All right. The thing that many citizens of their respective countries need to think about, it's one of them or member of their family or friend or colleagues or the citizen, regular citizen, who's doing the hard work to get information, to keep you safe. And then you have these elites who don't give a shit about everybody else. Okay, those elites who are on top, they are buddies. They are connected. So when they are together and they're using the little people below them to fight among each other, you know, let's say me over here in the United States or in Haiti or in the UK, we fight among each other. Meanwhile, those elites on top, they're just looking down on all of us while they're drinking and having, you know, fondling with young people and watching the little people fighting among each other. This is what those people that Trump is trying to get out of the country, the little people who don't have that power. All right? We need to stick together. This is the thing. We need to stick together because these elites are creating chaos and then they're just sitting back and I don't know. I really don't know. Sell information and they get away with it. All right. The US is done because all information, the very first presidency, Trump presidency, first term, 2016, when he got in office, who was the first one that came to the Oval Office? Let's look it up. Okay, so this is what I type on Google. Did Trump invited Russia to the Oval Office in his first term? Yes. Then President Donald Trump hosted Russia Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov? Okay, his last name. And Ambassador Sergei Kislyak and the Oval Office on May 10, 2017, early in his first term. The meeting, which occurred a day after Trump fired FBI Director James Comey, was closed to U.S. press but allowed Russia state media photographer inside. So this is that meeting I'm talking about. I think he gave whatever Russia wanted, and he literally, it's like a middle finger to American people. Okay, Russia was like, if you look, I walk in to get the information that I need. And it reminds me of that movie that I usually mention, Olympus is falling. Alright, so the enemy was within, and the enemy, the people voted for him again. Okay. Let's see. What did Trump give him? Let me pause for a second. Alright, so this is what I type. What did Trump give Russia in the Oval Office in his first term? I could have copied those names, but let's see what Google will say. Because there was something that was given to those Russians. On May 10, 2017, during a meeting in the Oval Office, President Donald Trump shared highly classified intelligence with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Ambassador Sergei Kislyak. Literally handed to him. That alone. How many Americans died? Oh my God. You guys could ask Google the same question and read these. Again, you gotta give it to Russia. As much as I'm upset with what our government and the US have done, you gotta give it to Russia. They did that thing without a single well, for the US, but with what's that, Ukraine, that's a different story. But with the US, without losing a single man, they literally walk in there and then Trump just handed it to him. You gotta give it to Russia. You gotta give it to them. They played their card very well. Then the American people were stupid enough to put him in office. This is why African Americans saying they're staying back. You decided after everything he has done, everything, things that he said, he did, and disrespect the military, all group, and then you saw this was the right person to put in the Oval Office again. Oh, all right. So that's that. Do I have one more? Okay. All right. So this is my last one. This one is very interesting. This is a nurse who's talking about uh, a topic that I think I should share with you. It's 3 minutes and 35 seconds. IUC nurses says in her 4 year of working, everyone who dies always said the same thing. So let's listen.
I have been an ICU nurse for 4 years, and something that I would like to say and share, and I hope it doesn't fall on deaf ears, is this. Every single person who passes away says the same thing. They say, can you please tell my family I love them? I don't feel good. I know I'm gonna die. But how do they know? Okay? How do they know? There's a shift that happens that's spiritual that nobody can explain, right? Their vitals may be stable, their condition may be the exact same way it was when they came in. There's nothing inherently dangerous that's screaming this is what's gonna kill them. Yet in every single circumstance, no matter what brought them in initially, no matter how many hours it is from the last time that they said that, they always die. Always. It doesn't matter how much medicine we give them. It doesn't matter how many tests, labs, CT scans, procedures are performed. The minute that inner shift happens where the spirit is crying out and telling the person, you have one more chance. This is your last opportunity. They always die. And I'm telling you guys this as somebody who's seen this time and time again. Stop playing around with y'all's lives. God is real. Jesus Christ is real. And I know that's not the popular thing to say, and I honestly don't care. You know, we've gotten so caught up with all of this foolishness. You know, people are concerned about all of these things,
Material stuff.
and I get it, because it consumes me too at times, where I worry about where am I gonna live, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna this, what am I gonna that. But what does all of that matter when you spend your whole life amassing these things and you're gonna leave it behind? Life is not meant to be an endless pursuit of things. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be appreciated. Life is meant to be explored. Why are you actually here? Can you guys take it from me? I'm telling you, every single person is aware, and they know. Your spirit knows you are connected to something deeper than what we're told. If I can't tell you guys anything else, I would tell you to investigate, what is that thing? Who is this person? Why do these people say these things? Why do you find yourself getting so angry when people tell you that Jesus loves you? That God is real? Why does that bother you? Life is spiritual, whether you feel like it is or not. There's something bigger, and I don't know. I know I'm not alone in seeing this in the healthcare field. You guys, people know when they're gonna die. They know. Your spirit knows. I just pray that you guys get the real answer and know the truth. That's it.
Not too long ago, in one of my videos, I said, you know, life is very simple. To a certain extent, depend on how you see yourself within the confinement of the universe. Food, shelter, clothing, and love. But people always pursuing for more. As long as it's not part of, you know, there are things you need to survive, to get through. But so many people consume on want, where they're doing things extra, where they don't have to do, where they could do without it, but they exploiting their body to get that thing that they want, where their lives don't really depend on it. I don't know if I'm even making sense with that, but I just thought I'd share that with you. And the other thing that I've said is that I'm glad many, we don't have to live forever. Because if we live forever, can you imagine the group of people you'll be living with? You got the Hitler type, you have the Trump type, you have all these people who just are freaking monsters. Why would you want to live forever? So while you have the chance, enjoy it and appreciate your loved ones and live life. All right, so let nature do its thing. So let's do a prayer. That's all that I have. I have more to it, but it's for a different video. But I think I'm done for today. Prayer for, let's say, for life. I'm gonna have two parts. First part is gonna be about Meghan's outing. Okay, prayer for life. Let's see here. My God, I thank you for my life, body and soul. Help me realize I am beautiful and whole. I'm perfect the way I am and a little broken too. I will live each day as a gift I give to you. Alright, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better